Hello students, this is Sujata Kamre coming with class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujata ji. Welcome student in this our channel class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujata ji, and as well as the new session for the Maths previous year question paper for March 2022, and this previous year board question appear in the term 2 only students. Okay, so now here let us see the first question about this PYQ of March 2022. Let us see students. So first question here students. See now here, this is the section A and question numbers 1 to 6 carry 2 marks students. Okay, at the March 2022, there is a paper pattern, and that paper pattern is for the section A. For section A, there is only the 6 questions and they carry only 2 marks students. Okay, there are no MCQs arise in this question paper. Okay, so let us see which are the questions arises in the section A. Let us see. So the first question students, first question is find the sum of first 30 terms of 80 minus 30 minus 24 minus 18 dot dot dot. So now here student, here we have given the AP, and that AP is minus 30 minus 24 and minus 18. So I write down here AP as minus 30 minus 24 minus 18 comma dot dot dot. Now here we have to find out, students, we have to find out the sum of first 30 terms. Sum of first 30 terms. So that means here students, we have to calculate S30. Okay. So now here students, from the AP we have A is equal to minus 30. B is equal to students, that A1 is minus 30, D is equal to A2 minus A1. So what is the A2? A2 is minus 24 minus of minus 30, and that means students D is equal to minus 24 plus 30. So that's why D is equal to 30 minus 24, that is equal to 6. Okay, now here students we have the values of A1 and D. So now here we can find out the S30. How can we find out the S30? By writing down the formula Sn first. So Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Then here, then substituting the values, given values in this formula. So n is 30, 30 upon 22. Then 2 multiply minus 30 plus 30 minus 1 multiply here 6. Then here 30 upon 2, that means 15. So here in the bracket 2 multiply minus 30, that means minus 60. Then 30 minus 1, 29 multiply 6. Then here students 15 in the bracket minus 60 plus students 29 6 are. So here student 29 6 are 174. Okay. So here students 15, then minus 60 plus 74, minus 60 plus 74, and that means here students that 114. Then here the S30, that 114 multiplied 15. So here then 1710. S30 is equal to 1710. So the final answer, we should have to write down the final answer, and that final answer will be therefore the sum of first 30 terms is equal to 1710. Okay students, this is our final answer. This is the final answer. Now let us see the next one example students. Next one example is that there is a odd for that question for student. There is a odd for the question for students and that is written as a B. Okay, question number B. Question first B. So in an AP, if Sn is equal to n into 4n plus 1, then find the AP. Yes students, here the Sn is given, that is the sum of the n terms is given. That is Sn is equal to n in the bracket 4n plus 1. Then here students, we have to find out AP. We have to find out AP. That means we have to find out the series of the number. Okay, that is the series that we have to write down. So how can we write the series? We write the series as this form: A1, A2, A3, A4. Okay students, this way we can find out the series. We can write down the series. So first we have to get the answer of A1. Okay, so how can we get the answer of A1? We can get the answer of A1 as putting the value of 1 in n is equal to in the n. So Sn is equal to n for n plus 1. And then here we say that when n is equal to 1, when n is equal to 1, S1 is equal to 1, 4 multiply 1 plus 1. Then here S1 is equal to 4 plus 1 and that means here S1 is equal to 5. Now here students, we have the value of S1 as 5. So what is the meaning of the sum of the first term? Sum of the first term means the first term student. So here S1 is nothing but, therefore, S1 is nothing but the first term and which is equal to 5 students. Okay. So such a way we can find out the second term student. So that when n is equal to, when n is equal to 2, then here students, that is Sn is equal to n in the bracket 4n plus 1. Then here students, S2 is equal to 2 multiply 4 multiply 2 plus 1. Then S2 is equal to 2 multiply 8 plus 1. So here S2 is equal to 2 multiply 9. That means S2 is equal to 18. So now here students, we have S2 is equal to 18. So how can we get that the second term? That we get the second term, that means S2 minus S1. After subtracting S2 minus S1, we can get the common difference. We can get the common difference. Okay students, so that means here D is equal to, S2 means 18 and the S1 means a 5. So sorry students, here we can get the second term here, A2, not common difference. We can get the second term A2 as 18 minus 5 and that means A2 is equal to 30. Okay students, now here students, we have the first term as 5. We have the second term students, see here, we get the first term as 5, second term as the 13, and then here students we could get the third term and the fourth term. How students? See here that the A2 and A1, what is the relation between the A2 and A1? Their relation is that from the A2 and A1 we can find out the common difference. So A2 minus A1, then we can get the common difference and that is equal to 13 minus 5. that is equal to 13 minus 5, which is equal to D, 8. D is equal to 8. So that means their common difference is 8. Their common difference is 8 students. As their common difference is 8 students, then that means we can find out the third term, fourth term, fifth term, or the series of the numbers. So this way we can get A3 as adding 8 in the A2. We can get A4 that adding 8 in the A3. So here students that adding 8 in the 13, that means students here 21. Adding 8 in the 21, then here students that will be 27. So here such a way students that we have to find out the A1, A2, A3 and A4, that is respectively 5, 13, 21 and 27. Okay, so here students we write that AP will be AP will be 5, 13, 21, 27, dot dot dot. If there is mistake, then you can tally that mistake, that is 5 plus 8 13, 13 plus 8 21, 21 plus 8, yes student, 21 plus 8. So here students the 29, yes student, there is a mistake. So here we can write the AP as 5, 13, 21, 29. Okay, so you may tally the last number, either your answer is correct or not. Okay, because there is a mistake arisen due to me. So here such a way, if you tally, then you can get the perfect answer. Okay student, then next one student, the next one question will be that I think it will be question 2A. It will be question 2A students. Okay. See here. Question 2. So a solid metallic sphere of radius 10.5 centimeter is melted and recast into a number of smaller cones, each of radius 3.5 centimeter and height 3 centimeter. Find the number of cones so formed. Yes, students. Here now, students, we have the metallic sphere. We have the metallic sphere. Okay, so I write down here metallic sphere, and we have to convert it. We have to convert it into the smaller cones. We have to convert it into the cones. Okay. So here the figure of metallic sphere this way. So there is a conversion of sphere into the cone. Smaller cone. So how many number of cones get? Okay, so that means here there is a relation that we have to find out the number of cones that form. That means we have to calculate the volumes of both the figure. Okay, so now here the metallic sphere, with respect to metallic sphere, the radius is given. So here r is equal to 10.5 centimeter. And here with respect to the cone, the radius is equal to radius, here I called it as r1, here this one called it as r2, and that is 3.5 centimeter, and height is also given, so I write h2, that is a 3 centimeter. Okay student, and we have to find out number of cones, so I write here number of cones is equal to question. Okay, so now here students, there is a formula to find out the number of cones. So here see, number of cones is equal to volume of sphere divided by volume of cones. Okay, volume of sphere divided by volume of cone, because the sphere is the biggest one and we have to calculate the smaller cones. Okay, so that means volume of sphere divided by volume of cone. So now here the formula for volume of sphere, and that is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. So here 4 upon 3 pi r cube, and the volume of cone, that is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So here 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So now here students, see, we simplify this here, that at this stage I write down 4 upon 3 pi r cube, and the reciprocal of this one, that is a 3 divided by pi r square h. Okay student, 1 by 3 means 3 and pi r square h means 1 upon pi r square h. So here at the numerator place 4 pi r cube multiply 3, and here at the denominator place 3 multiply pi multiply r square multiply h. So here students pi get cancelled, and here students are, oh students, this is r1 and this is r2, so they cannot be cancelled out. They cannot be cancelled out. Okay, so now here 3 also get cancelled. Okay, so now here the remaining part will be 4 r1 cube upon r2 square h. Okay, so now here I put the value of r1, r2 and h2. Here we write down the h2. Okay, h2. So now here students 4, here I write down the n students, number of n, that is the n. So n is equal to 4 multiply r1 students, r1 is 10.5, so cube of 10.5, then r2 square, r2 is 3.5, so square of 3.5, and multiply h2, and that means 3. So here students 4 multiply 10.5 multiply 10.5 multiply 10.5. I write here 3 times r1, and the r2, that is the 2 times 3.5 multiply 3. Okay, further I simplify it into, I remove the decimal point, and then we write 105 multiply 105 multiply 105, and here 35 multiply 35 multiply 3. So now here for the 3105 10.5 we write here 10 below 10. Okay, 3 times. And for 3.5 I write down here 10 multiply 10. So here students 210 upper side and 210 lower side get cancelled. And then here students, that is, see here, uh, yes, 35 multiply 5. So here, no, 35 multiply 3. Students, yes, 105. 35 3s are 105 students. 35 3s are 105. So here 35 1s are 35, 35 3s are 105. Here student also 35 1s are and 35 3s are. Okay. Then here 3 1s are and here 3 1s are. That get cancelled. Then here students, this one 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are, here 5 2s are 10. Okay students, and then here 2 and 4. So 2 1s are and 2 2s are 4. So here the denominator place, no, there is only one remaining, and the upper side, that is 2 multiply 3, 2 multiply 3 multiply 21 students. So that means 6 multiply 21. So that means students 126. So here number of smaller cones will be 126. Okay, so here I write down the final answer. Number of cones is equal to 126. Okay, student, such a way you can find out the, we can solve out the example and finding out the value. Okay, so now here students, the next one example, and that next one example is question 3a. Find the value of m for which the quadratic equation m minus 1 x square plus 2 m minus 1 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now here students that this equation is of the quadratic form, and here students that the given information is that the equation has two real and equal roots. So that means here students, we know that the discriminant value of the given equation is equal to 0. So what is the discriminant value of this quadratic equation? So here students, the discriminant, first write down that, I write down the quadratic equation has two real and equal roots. It means that discriminant, students, discriminant that means delta, which is equal to b square minus 4ac, and that is equal to 0 students, that is equal to 0. So now here if you finding out that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, if you apply this condition, then you definitely get the value of m. Okay, so now here students, here the given quadratic equation, that is m minus 1 into x square plus 2 m minus 1 into x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now here students that compare compare m minus 1 x square plus 2 m minus 1 x plus 1 is equal to 0 with the general quadratic equation, general form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That means here students, a is equal to, at the place of a, see here at the place of a there is only m minus 1. So I write a is equal to m minus 1. At the place of b, see here 2 m minus 1, 2 in the bracket m minus 1. Okay students, so I write down, and c is equal to here, at the place of c students there is plus 1. So I write down here 1. Okay, so such a way we can get the value of a, b, c. Okay, we can get the value of a, b, c. Now here students, we put this value in the discriminant. That means here students that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. That means here students 2 square of, that here square of 2m minus 1 whole bracket square minus 4 multiply m minus 1 multiply c, and that means 1 is equal to 0. Okay students, now here square of 2 multiply m minus 1. So square of this, square of 2 that is the 4, and square of m minus 1 that means m square minus 2m plus 1. Then minus, I write down minus and first multiply the m minus 1 by 4. So here 4m minus 4, okay, is equal to 0. Then here 4m square. I multiply 4 by 4 with each and every term in the bracket. So 4m square minus 8m plus 4 minus 4m plus 4 is equal to 0. So here students, 4m square 4m square, and then here minus 8 minus 4, that means minus 12m, and here plus 4 plus 4, that means plus 8 is equal to 0. So now here we can common out the 4. So 4 in the bracket m square minus 3m plus 2 is equal to 0. So here m square minus 3m minus 3m plus 2 is equal to 0 upon 4. So that means students, m square minus 3m plus 2 is equal to 0. So now this is the quadratic equation students. After solving this quadratic equation, we can get the value of m. Very easy student. So here try to solve this equation. So how can we try this, solve this equation? That is by factorization method. By the factorization method. That factorization method say that we want the two numbers such that their product will be plus 2 and their addition or subtraction will be minus 3. Which are these numbers? These numbers are students that 2 ones are 2. Okay, 2 ones are 2. So here minus 2 minus 1. Okay, these are the two numbers, minus 2 and minus 1. So here I write down students, that is m square minus 2m minus 1m plus 2 is equal to 0. So here common from these two terms m, so m minus 2 in the first bracket, and then common from these two terms, that is a 1, so 1 in the bracket m minus 2 is equal to 0. So here in the first bracket m minus 2, in the second bracket students m minus 1, which is equal to 0. So now here students, that m minus 2 is equal to 0, m minus 2 is equal to 0, or we say m minus 1 is equal to 1. So here m is equal to 2, or we can say m is equal to 1. Okay students, so that means here students, the value of m, there are the two values for the quadratic equation m. Okay, sorry, for the value of m. So here we say that 2 and 1 are the values of m, are the values of m. Okay student, this is our final answer. Okay, get this point students, get this example. लक्षात आलं कसं काढलंय आपण ते? Okay, so step by step we can solve this example. Okay students, so let us see the next one example. I think this is the A question, so there is a B question, and that B question is the optional question for this question 3A. So here solve the following quadratic equation for x. Root 3x square plus 10x plus 7 root 3 is equal to 0. Very easy students. Do not fear about that the root sign, square root sign. Do not forget. चालू ठेवा, पेन चालू ठेवा, लगेच तुम्हाला येईल ते एक्झाम्पल. ओके, फर्स्ट फोकस आउट. What is the theme? What is our theme? We say that our rule say that we want the two number such that their product will be their product will be 7 root 3 multiply root 3, and that means equal to 7 multiply 3, and that is equal to 21. Yes, we want the two numbers such that their product will be 7 root 3 multiply root 3, that means 21 students, and their addition or subtraction will be positive 10. So which are these numbers, students? Which are these numbers? These numbers will be that 7 threes are. So 7 and 3 are the two numbers that having the product 21 and the addition 10. Very easy. एकदम इझी आहे, काही कठीण नाही आहे स्टुडंट्स. चला देन नेक्स्ट वन दॅट यू राईट डाऊन द फर्स्ट टर्म ॲज इट इज √3x square. Then input here 7x plus 3x and write down the third term as it is. 7 √3 is equal to 0. Then here make the two groups, okay, with the two terms. So here the root x is common, so in the bracket √3 multiply x plus 7, then plus. Now here which one is the common from this group? That we write down the one extra step, that is 3. We write 3 as √3 multiply √3 multiply x plus 7 √3. Now we can common out from these two terms, that is √3. Okay, so here x in the bracket √3 multiply x plus 7 and plus here √3 common out and in the bracket √3x plus 7 which is equal to 0. So now here students the two brackets are equal. Okay, so we write down the one bracket for these two brackets, √3x plus 7, and in the second bracket we write down the remaining part. So x plus √3 which is equal to 0. So that means here students √3x plus 7 is equal to 0, or we can say x plus √3 is equal to 0. So here students √3x is equal to -7. So x is equal to -7 upon √3. So this is the first value, and then here students x is equal to -√3. So this one is the second value. So here students -7 √3 and -√3 are the solution of the given quadratic equation. Very easy. So here we write down -7 upon √3 and -√3 are the solutions of the given quadratic equation Okay students, this way. Okay, then next one example students. Next example, see here question 4. Find the mode of the following frequency distribution. Yes students, very easy question, but here students the information is given in the horizontal form, but we write this information in a vertical column. So first write down this information in a vertical column and then we find out the mode, okay, because it will be convenient to you students. Okay, so first I write down this information in a vertically. So first is the class, second column is for the frequency. Okay, so now here class and frequency. So here class is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and then next one students, that is 50 to 60. Okay students, then now here students, then now see here the frequency in the second column. The frequency respectively 15, 10, 12, 17 and 4. Yes students. Then it will be very conveniently for me and as well as you. Okay, you get the full marks if you write down such a way. Now here students, see here. First our job is finding out the modal class. because we have finding out the mode, we have to find out the mode. So first we have to find out the modal class from these table. Okay, so which one is the modal class? First see here, which frequency is greater, which frequency is greatest. So 17 is the greatest one frequency. So here students, see that this one, that this 17 is the, this 17 is the modal class. This 17 is the modal class. Okay, that 40 to 50 is the modal class and 17 is the frequency. Okay, highest frequency. Now here students, from this we can write down the values of. So here 40. So 40 means the L, value of L, and then here students, that 17 will be F1 and previous frequency, that means F0, and the next one frequency, that will be F2. Okay students, because in the formula, so here in the formula of mode, see here what is the formula of mode? L plus here F1 minus F0. Yes students, here F1 minus F0, then here 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 and multiply H. Yes students. So now here students, that is the, we want the values of L, F1, F0, F2 and as well as H. So what is the value of H student? The value of H, that means the difference between these two, that is of 40 to 50, and that means here the distance is that 10. So here I write down 10. So here one by one I write down the values, that is L is equal to 40, then F0 is equal to 12, F1 is equal to 17, F2 is equal to 4. Okay. And then here I substitute in this formula. So here students, L, that is a 40 plus F1 17 minus 12 divided by 2 multiply 17 minus 12 minus here F2, that is a 4 minus 4, and multiply here students 10, multiply 10. Okay, this way. So here first solve the bracket, here 5, 5 upon 34 minus 12 minus 4, that means minus 16, and multiply 10. So here 40 plus 5 and 5 divided by, so 34 minus 16 student, 18. Okay, and then multiply 10. So here 40 plus 50 divided by 18. So here you can simplify this one. So here I write down the mode is equal to, 40 plus 2 2s are 9, 2 5s are 10, and 2 9s are 18. Okay, 25 upon 9. So now here in the decimal form you write down this one, that is 9, 9 2s are 18, then 7, 0, point, yes, minus 7, 0, 2.77 students. So here 40 plus 2.77. So here adding this, so we have get 42.77. So here mode is equal to 42.77. So this is our final answer. Okay students, get it this point? Yes. Then next one students. See the next one example. The product of Rehan's age in years. 5 years ago and his age 7 years from now is 1 more than twice his present age. Find his present age. Yes, students. So now here students, we have to find out the Rehan's present age. So that means here students, we consider that the present age of the Rehan is something, okay, something variable, any variable. So here first I write down let x be the present age of Rehan. Okay. Now here they say that Rehan's age in 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So now here I write down that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, Rehan's age is equal to x minus 5 years. Then next one, his age 7 years from now. 7 years from now. So that means after 5 years, sorry, after 7 years. So after 7 years, Rehan's age is equal to x plus 7. After, students, after that means we add up the 7. Okay. So now here that by the given condition, by the given condition, we can write down the equation. We found the equation. Okay, by the given condition. So which one is that condition? See here, the product of. So I write down here the product of Rehan's age 5 years ago. Rehan's age 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, x minus 5. So I write down here x minus 5. And his age 7 years from now. So that will be x plus 7. So here x plus 7. And is means is equal to one more means plus 1 twice his present age twice means to multiply and the present age that will be x. So here I directly write down 2x. Okay, so this will be the equation. Okay, so in a we simplify this equation, that is x minus 5 multiply x plus 7 which is equal to 2x plus 1. Same, I write down same. Okay, then here I multiply the second bracket by x. So x multiply x plus 7, then multiply x plus 7 by minus 5. Okay, and which is equal to, so here 2x plus 1, right, as it is. Okay, so now here students, x square plus 7x minus 5x minus 35 which is equal to 2x plus 1. So now here x square plus 2x minus 35 and then shifting plus 2x plus 1, that is minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So here x square plus 2x minus 2x 0. So here minus 35 minus 1, that means minus 36 which is equal to 0. Okay students, so now here see here x square minus 36 is equal to 0. So x square 36 is the square of 6. So now here the a square minus b square form, you know the expansion, that is in the first bracket we write x plus 6. In the second bracket we write x minus 6 which is equal to 0. So either x plus 6 is equal to 0 or we can say x minus 6 is equal to 0. That means students, x is equal to minus 6 and x is equal to 6. So this equation is related with the age. Age cannot be negative. So here we say for the value of x is equal to minus 6, we write that it it is not applicable. It is not applicable. So here the applicable value is x is equal to 6. So here we say that present age of Rehan, present age of Rehan is equal to 6 years. Okay students, this is our final answer this way. Now the second one, next one example. Students, see the next one example. Yes, two concentric circles are of radii 4 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circles. Yes, first write down here the two concentric circles. Yes students, the two concentric circles, that means here we can draw this concentric circle this way students, that a circle having common center, circle having the common circle. So now here the two concentric circles and the smaller one circle having the radius 4 centimeter and the biggest one having biggest one having the 4 centimeter radius 4 centimeter and the smallest one having the 3 centimeter radius. And then here we have to find out the chord of the larger circle. Chord of the larger circle. So here see students, chord, how can we draw the chord of the larger circle? Suppose this is the larger circle and I draw the chord this way. So AB is the chord of the larger circle. We consider that AB is a chord of the larger circle. And see, observe this figure carefully students. This chord touches, if you draw this chord by any side, by any point, touching to the smaller circle at any point, then we can say that that chord AB will be the tangent of the smaller circle. Tangent of the smaller circle. Okay student, so here see, this is the radius of the smaller circle, this is the tangent of the circle, and that means here making 90-degree angle. Okay, so that means students here, that this portion, this is the radius of the biggest one circle and this one is the radius of the smaller circle. Okay, and this is the right angle. So that means students, if I represent this point as center as O and this point as N, contact point, that N. So triangle OMB will be a right angle triangle. Okay, and here we can find out the value of MB. Okay, we can get the value of MB by using the Pythagoras theorem. Okay student, so let us see how can we calculate. First write down the information, that is radius. First write down, let R1 be the radius of bigger circle, okay, and R2 be the radius of smaller circle. So here students, I write down R1 is equal to 4 centimeter, R2 is equal to 3 centimeter. Okay, so now here from the figure I write down that from From the figure we can say that segment AB is the chord of bigger circle, which is the tangent of smaller circle, which is the tangent of the smaller circle. And then here students, R1 which is equal to OM, which is equal to 3 centimeter. Then R2 is equal to OB, which is equal to 4 centimeter. Now here we say that OM is a radius and NB is a tangent. Therefore, by tangent theorem, major angle OMB is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, triangle OMB is a right angle triangle. Okay, students, that is up to this. You get it? Okay. Now, the next one, by applying Pythagoras theorem, we say that hypotenuse is OB, so OB square is equal to OM square plus MB square. Okay, so that means square of 4 is equal to square of 3 plus here MB square. So that means 16 is equal to 9 plus square of MB. So here 16 minus 9, which is equal to MB square. So here that is a 7 is equal to square of MB. So here root 7, square of root 7 is equal to 7. That means here is equal to square of MB. So that means root 7 is equal to MB. So here we say MB is equal to 7. Sorry, root 7. Okay. Root 7. MB is equal to root 7. Okay, student. So now here we do not find out the MB. We have to find out the final answer will be the AB, chord AB. So I write down here that chord AB is equal to 2 multiply MB, and that will equal to students 2 multiply root 7, and that is equal to 2 root 7. Okay, and that is equal to Cm. So here we say the length of the chord, of the larger circle is equal to 2 root 7 centimeter. Okay, students, this is our final answer. Okay, such a way, students, we can finding out examples. Okay, so now here, students, up to this, these are the questions of from the section A of March 2022 previous year board question paper. Okay, so we completed this section A here. We completed here section A. Students, you like our channel, you like our videos, you like our content, then students subscribe our channel. Okay, and best of luck.